Hi, I'm Zihe Guo. I still remember the morning of May 13th, 2026. I was in Zhengzhou watching my phones, and suddenly all the Chinese news apps push a new message with same headlines. President Xi and President Trump were meeting. For a Chinese student like me, this is not just politics. This is about my country, my future jobs, and even my ability to travel the world. My main sources today are two reports published on May 15th, 2026 in the Wall Street Journal, one titled Trump and Xi Wants to Stabilize US-China Ties. Now comes the hard part, and another titled Five Takeaways from the Trump-Xi Summit. For those who are interested in learning more about these two sources, feel free to contact me and I will be happy to share the links. Some people might think it's just a political meeting, but from a strategy management perspective, this summit changes the external environment for almost every global company. In class, we use PESTEL framework to analyze external environment, and the most important factor here is the political. Before May 13th, most companies assumed that US and China, their trade war would be continued forever. Supply chains were being moved from China to Vietnam or Mexico. But Xi-Trump summit suddenly announced a freeze on the new tariffs for 18 months and a reopening of trade office in both countries. This is a huge shift in the political environment. Let's use another framework from class, Porter's five forces. First, threat of new entrants before the summit. Many non-Chinese companies were scared to invest in China. After the summit, they may come back. Second, competing among existing competitors. Chinese domestic companies were suffering from high costs. Now, with the trade tense lower, they may sell more products to the US again. I'm not a CEO. I'm just a student who had a thyroid surgery and cut half of my thyroid in 2023 because I was keep in high temperature for 3 months and my health was not good and even keep going bad. After the surgery, I got asthma and will be easy to get a fever than before, and also depression and anxiety because I feel like my energy was lower than before. And but my dream is to finish my undergraduate degree and travel at least 5 countries in the world. It's a good dream. So the trade war before the summit made it will be very hard for a Chinese student to get a US visa. And many of my friends give up their dream to travel the world. I mean, they cannot travel the world because they cannot get much visas. After the summit, one of my friends in Shanghai got the US visa just in 1 week. It's not the 3 months as before, so that is a real change. Here's my opinion. I don't trust that this peace will be keep forever. There are two leaders, from the China and from the US, they have very different goals. President Xi wants to long-term stability for Chinese economy, and President Trump wants to show he can win more benefits and win more better deal for the US. But for now, both of them need a break. If I gave an advice for a multinational company, I will tell them do not move all of your factories out of China yet. Instead, use a wait and see strategy. Keep some production in China, but also keep some in the Southeast Asia. It's called hedging in business strategy. This news story is not just a political headlines. It directly changes the competitive environment for cars companies and phone makers and agricultures and even the education. As a Chinese student, I feel both happy and careful. I hope for more peace because you know that well, peace is very good. I can travel to the world and the people in the world will living better. But I will also prepare for more change. Thank you for listening.